almost about to film inside of my car, and then I said, you know what? My car is too messy to show the people. All about transparency, but my car is a mess, y'all. I gotta take it to the car wash. I actually took it the other day, but the line was twirled around the corner onto the streets. I don't have time to keep my car clean. I already keep the house clean. So with the busy schedule and life that I have, something always have to give. And it's usually my car interior that suffers and the exterior. Thursday, I just got home from clinical not too long ago, and I'm headed back out because I have to go to the grocery store. I work tomorrow and Saturday, and I need to re-up on my snacks and food that I need to cook to bring with me to work, because you know your girl don't like buying lunch at work. I stopped by the house because I needed to grab my disposable grocery bag because I don't want to pay 10 cents per bag. You all don't understand how much it burns me up if I have to pay for grocery bags. These are expensive these days. I need to pick up another travel assignment. Working in the float pool is not cutting it. It is too expensive to live out here. I was at clinical all day and I have to go home and prepare food for tomorrow. I'm going to be eating my dinner from the salad bar that I just picked up real quick right here in the car. And let me show you guys what it looks like. Just a small salad. I'm back home from the grocery store, and let me do a quick grocery haul to show you guys what I bought. My palm of my hand is itching, and I was told that if it itches, that means I'm coming into some money. Payday is tomorrow, so maybe that's what that's about. But I got some raspberries, some navel oranges, avocado, and then the most important thing that I actually picked up, which is really why I ended up going to Whole Foods, is the ginger root, because I use this to make tea. What I do is I peel the skin off of the ginger, and I have a tiny grater that I grate it into hot water, let it steep, and that's what I drink every single night. And sometimes if I can find pineapples, I'll add some pineapples to that concoction, and it is delicious. I picked up 2 plantains because I think I'm going to boil them and take it to work tomorrow with the salmon that I purchased. I also got some avocado oil, apples, my guilty pleasure, raw cashews. Love these. Salmon. And last but not least, eggs. And that's all that I got. All of this was approximately $85. So I kept it under $100. The salmon did not come out like I wanted because whenever I put it in my cast iron pan, it always like breaks it up. So it looks a little jacked up, but it's going to be good. And this is what I'm eating tomorrow for lunch. So y'all see the pot? Jacked up my entire meal. But this is the boiled ripe plantain with the pan seared salmon. And I also made some ginger tea. So I grated the raw ginger root into this cup of hot water. And if you see in the bottom, there's like chunks of pineapple. So one of my really good friends, her name is Camilla. We went to high school together in Brooklyn. Camilla always says, if I spend money in the grocery store, there is no way in hell you're catching me buying food when I go to work. She was like, I just spent $150 in the grocery store, Costco's last weekend. They're not getting my money. So I adopted that motto from her a long time ago. And every single time I'm tempted to be like lazy and say, oh, I don't feel like cooking, or I'm not going to make anything, I'll just buy lunch, I always remember Camilla in my head. And I'm like, I spent too much money in the grocery store to be buying food outside. As you can see, I took a shower, cleaned up the kitchen, and I'm in bed. I'm in my infamous robe and my infamous headscarf. I need to find my other 2 robes because I promise you I have 2 other robes. They're from Skims. I have a gray one and a black one. I just have no clue where they are. And it's not like I have that much stuff, so I should be able to find it. So I'll have to look for that. It's almost 11 p.m. and ever since daylight savings time, I can't get to bed on time. I like to be in my bed by 9:30, and that has gone out the window since we've lost that hour. I told y'all, daylight savings completely ruins my life. And then by the time I'm ready to recover from it, it's time for it to change again. What's up, y'all? It's Saturday night. Just got in from work. I worked yesterday, worked today, 2 shifts in the ICU. Uneventful, not too much going on. Had 2 semi-busy patients. But other than that, it was not bad. Oh, I thought it would have been warm outside, but it's still very much cold. And I'm here to turn the heat on because I don't like being cold. Happy Easter. It's almost over because it's Sunday evening. I don't know. I just haven't really been in the mood to get on camera today. I had plans for Easter Sunday and they did not go the way that I wanted it to go. I don't know. I feel like I'm back in nursing school again, where all of my time is just being consumed by working and then going to school and then doing schoolwork. And I don't like that feeling. I work 3 days a week and then I have classes 2 days a week. On the days that I have classes in the evenings, I go to clinical in the morning. So if I go to class 2 days a week with clinical, work 3 days a week, that's 5 days already occupied. And then I have 2 days off. It's a lot. And it's not really 2 days off because I spend all of my free time in those 2 days trying to catch up on schoolwork. On the days that I work, I don't get to do any schoolwork because I'm exhausted from working. So it's just a lot. And I don't know, it's been putting me in a very low vibrational mood. You know, the Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, 9 to 5 folks are like, girl, what are you talking about? That's standard. It's normal to only have 2 days off and work 5 days a week. That's what a majority, I guess, of the world, that's the schedule they follow. However, when you're a nurse at the bedside, you work 3/12s, 3 days, 12-hour shifts, and that's considered full-time, 72 hours biweekly. It is so hard for me to be on the go 5 days a week. I really don't even know how people do that because you only have 2 days off, and that's Saturday and Sunday. Doctors are closed on Saturdays. Dentists is closed on Saturdays. Like, where do people who work the traditional Monday through Friday have time to take care of their health affairs? Like, you know, sometimes you just want to go to the bank in the morning. You don't want to always have to take a day off. I don't know how you guys do it. I remembered one time I was I was a clinical manager at a home care company. And I did it for 2 years. And going into the third year, I was like, yo, I don't know how much longer I'm going to make it, because working Monday through Fridays from 8 to 4, I remembered sitting in traffic both ways. When I go to work, I'm in traffic. When I'm coming back home, I'm in traffic. By the time I get home, I'm exhausted from sitting in the traffic. And I remembered asking the people at the top at that company, can I work from home 1 day a week just to kind of get my life together, just so I don't have to go through that entire process in the morning and in the evening of sitting in traffic? And they were like, no, you know, you must come into the office. And I was like, I can do this job from home. All I need is a computer, a tablet, and my phone. I can do this job from my kitchen counter. It wasn't that serious at all. And they refused. So I stayed on for like another 6 months. And then I was like, yo, that's it. I can't do it anymore. I quit and went right back to the hospital. So when I quit that first job as a clinical manager, that was for a home care company. I went back to the hospital. I was working in the float pool. I was picking up 3 shifts a week because that was the only source of income I had at that time. But there was another home care agency that recruited me heavily. I didn't even interview for the position. I got the job. And I accepted. I went there, and it was in a tiny office. And the section of the office that they gave me, I didn't have any windows. So I looked around and I was like, damn, I took this job, but I don't even know how long I'm going to last. Here I am again, back in the Monday through Friday schedule. The only difference was I can walk to work. So I was like, okay, I can do this, right? And no more traffic. I can walk to work. I went to that job for 5 weeks. The 5th week, I was like, hell no. Pardon my language. I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. Sitting in an office with no windows, Monday through Fridays from 9 to 5:30, stick a fork in me. I was so done. And I tried, y'all, but I couldn't do it. I remembered leaving. It was on the 4th. I left the Wednesday, and I think Thursday was going to be 4th of July. I cleared my computer, cleared the history. I packed up all my stuff I had brought with me, everything I accumulated in that 5 weeks. And as soon as I got in the house, I sent the director a letter, effective immediately. Don't look for me Monday morning because I'm not coming back. Monday through Fridays, 9 to 5:30. And this was nearing summertime when my kids were home from school. All I was thinking about was most of my life is going to be spent here in this office while my children sit at home waiting for me to come home. I said, I'm not going to be, take me back to the hospital. Back to the hospital I went. That's one of the reasons why I still work bedside, because where else can I work full-time, full-time hours, 3 days a week? And I can have downtime during the week. I can have weekends off, or I can choose to work all weekends and have, my weeks off, days of the weeks off. Another thing with that office job that I quit effective immediately was I couldn't understand why they didn't want to give the employees the Wi-Fi password. So I'm like, okay, you have Wi-Fi and you don't want to give it to your employees. What's that about? McDonald's has free Wi-Fi. What is the problem here? So if you don't give me free Wi-Fi where I can, check stuff on my phone, I'm going to use y'all computer. And then what? Like, companies sometimes kill me with a lot of these rules that they try to control their employees. No Wi-Fi? That was back in like 2019? 2019, and you don't want to give up the Wi-Fi password? What am I doing working here? I can go work at Starbucks.